What up, YouTube? Okay, just wanted to go over some stuff with you here, just kind of like my assembly video here of kind of how I assemble all my figures. So I do have kind of different options. I do have here like a manual heat gun. That does work pretty good. I've got this kind of like space heater. I also do just like, there'd be like boiling water from upstairs, and I'll do like the warm water technique too. And that one's a little harder because you have to have consistent heat, or any of them are a little harder because you have to have consistent heat. So I do find that the space heater one works the best for like a batch, because I've got 2 orders I'm kind of filling up here. So what I kind of usually end up doing is, for a batch, this is like a newer one that I've set up. I wasn't doing this before. I'd individually hold pieces up to it and then heat it up. But right now I've just kind of set this up here, and I've only used it a couple times and it's worked wonders. Yeah, so I'll just kind of get things set up on here, and then I'll turn the space heater on, and then I'll let it heat up, and then I'll kind of individually take pieces off and set it up. So I will show you that in just a second here. Okay, so I have set up here. So I'm still waiting on some joints for each, because I forgot to include the joints in the print. So I'm doing another print right now that's including the joints. So for right now, I'm going to be doing some hips. Kind of like to start with like I'll do like one kind of piece per, or like I'll touch hips to the uppers, and then I'll do maybe like the top leg joint to the hips, and then the shoulders to the top joints, and then kind of go on from there. Seems to be kind of like the best course of action. Let's see here, in case we have that, so I'll show you what I mean. So here we have, that's an upper hip joint. I don't have to worry like too much about that. Right, I gotta make sure I'm doing the right one. I don't have to worry too much about. Yeah, that's the right. For like the upper torso, just because the torso is not like it's just the ball. It's all ball joints, so nothing has to be like warmed up. It's only the ones that have the sockets that have to be warmed up to kind of put it in. I will get these 2 lined up though. So go. It goes on there. Hopefully it's not too loud. There's only one way I'll find out, and that's after the whole video. Okay. So here we go. Space heater's going. And just kind of working its way over here on this stuff. Closer. So again, I'll end up doing these first. Hips first. Also have some water here just to kind of help. I saw another video where someone was saying that it helped kind of bring the actual form back, and submerged in cold water after. But that was from hot water, so I don't know if it works when it's going from heated. So we shall see. Closer. Been really digging these like ambient jungle drum and bass mixes lately. There's so many out there, and the visuals are so fantastic. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Like I enjoy finding the mixes and then finding like an old PS2 game that I liked, and then just like watching like some gameplay of that. just like nice background noise of music, and just like I know the animations bring me to like a super nostalgic time of happiness where there wasn't just awfulness. And so, yeah, like I think yesterday I did like Lego Racers, and that was like one from the PC, and I've also like SSX on Tour or Cool Borders 3, just some of the games that I enjoyed playing. And I don't know, there's like a fine line of like just like the CG that was so bad, but it was so bad it was good. And I've definitely been trying to find like those kind of visuals because they just seem to really work with it, you know? Okay, I think that one's good now. Let's see if this pops in. Boom! Black butter. Okay. Yeah, like butter. Maybe that's a little too close. So we can get up pretty quick. Okay, so now we'll do a hip joint. Just gotta make sure I get the right side. It's not the right side. No! I have hip joints and the hips on there. I should try on something. Whoa, look at that. Should have done that before. Okay. Let's get a couple more joints on there. So now we'll do both the other hip joints. And this isn't like foolproof, like it doesn't, I still can only really do like 4, maybe 6. Really depends. I mean, it's better than like individually holding it. The water one I think really does work the best, but it's just like you have to be consistent with the upkeep of water. And like the video I was watching was from Morphonauts and of how his assembly of his figures, because he also 3D prints figures, and he had like a burning plate or like a hot plate with water, and that seemed like a pretty smart idea. I just kind of like, I'm still starting off here with it, so I'm really going with the products I have. And so yeah, like maybe one day, but again, it's not something I need to do, so I'm not really going out of my way for it, I don't think. See some shoulders. Just making sure these are lined up before. Okay, let me go grab 2 more shoulders. Okay. Yeah, so again, with the 6, I'll have to push it a little farther away too, so it is actually getting the majority of that heat. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, so I can feel it here. Tapers off a little bit here, but again, definitely worth its weight when it's kind of coming faster. And then I just bought these on Amazon, and then I just drilled some holes to make it fit. Dig them out, ow, dig it. flu season. Okay, let's see how I want to line up. And then I have to start working on is I don't like really label my stuff out, so I'm not too sure when I'm like assembling of which is the right side. Can I just go off of what looks right? But it's always a little too late when I'm like, oh, you know. So it'd be very convenient, like in this instance, like I'm looking for the bottom half of the shoulder, and I want to make sure it's lined up correctly. So let's take one out here. So that's not the right one. Oh yeah, okay, I can see how that one would be. The one there. I think, again, this is why you do this before. It definitely makes it easier. Okay, let's keep the heat on those. Let's see here. And then others I've done where I'll do like a dot or something so I can see. I'm like, oh, this is the side, or the side I should be, not too forward there. Close. Let's see that one again. Side. Row reggie. I definitely didn't set that one up for ease there. That's confusion for both because both look the exact same. So let's see. Let's go, I think. With that side more robust front, so let's see how this clicks in. Alright, let's go with that. Shoulder. So the back ones there definitely aren't getting as much heat as those front ones. So I mean, it makes sense. Must be the season of the witch, yeah. So there's the leg. Let's go to the other shoulder for that guy. But then next what I would do is warm up these parts since they have the joints, and then they go into here. I just needed these heated up. And so that's kind of my next steps after these have kind of hardened up again and are less soft, because if I try to compress it to get the other thing to fit in there while it's soft, it will break. It's very easy and brittle